In this video, I want to run through the 3 biggest mistakes that I see people make when they are intermittent fasting. And by far the biggest number 1 mistake is that they mistake intermittent fasting for an actual diet. They think just because they start intermittent fasting and eating a certain, eating pattern that they're going to lose fat. And this is definitely not the case. In order for you to lose fat, you must be in a calorie deficit, and this goes for intermittent fasting as well. So when you combine the two, intermittent fasting and a slight calorie deficit, your results will be phenomenal. But a lot of people, like I said, they mistake just intermittent fasting is going to, allow them to lose a lot of fat. It doesn't happen this way. So you want to make sure that you know your daily energy requirements, and then you deduct 20% slight calorie deficit off of that, and then combine that with intermittent fasting, and then you're going to see some really phenomenal results. The second mistake people make is it kind of goes in line with the first mistake, but just because they're intermittent fasting, they think they can eat anything they want. When I say that, I just mean junk food wise, processed food, sugary foods, donuts, things like that. And again, for it to work, you need to be in a calorie deficit, slight calorie deficit. So not only for your health, but if you want to see fat loss and you want to get the results that you're shooting for, you want to be eating the most complete nutritious food you can, and that's your lean proteins, your complex carbohydrates, your healthy fats. So you need to combine all that in, and we recommend basically an 80-20 type split, whereas 80% of your calorie intake for the day should come from whole foods, like we just talked about, and the other 20% can come from a little less nutritious foods. If you want to have a snack here or there or whatever it might be, but leave 20% of your calories for that. As long as you're in the deficit for the day, you'll still be okay, combining this with intermittent fasting. And the third biggest thing, and I actually made this mistake myself, was starting your eating window too early in the morning. So I was doing like a 9 to 5, my eating window, and I go to bed around 10 o'clock. And by the time 10 o'clock roll around, you're getting, you can definitely feel really hungry. So we recommend that it's no longer than a 3-hour window. So if you're going to go to bed at 10, your last meal is probably going to be at 7. So you want to push that off in the morning a little bit later. So like an 11 to 7 or a 12 to 8, if you go to bed a little bit later, it's going to make it a lot easier. And also we found that it's just a lot easier to fast throughout the morning because you're usually pretty busy. You're going to school, you're going to work, you're busy hustling around doing something in the morning. Whereas at night, a lot of times it's downtime for a lot of people. They may be sitting there watching TV or working around the house, just around food and that type of thing. So that combined with feeling hungry because, your eating window ended too early, it really makes it difficult sometimes to actually get to sleep. So definitely don't make that mistake. Whatever your schedule is, try to push it as late as you can, within 3 hours of going to bed, and that's really going to help you a lot get through your fasting period. So they're basically the biggest 3 mistakes that we see people make. So if you guys are making them, hopefully this helped you out. Correct them as you go along, and you're going to see it's going to work out really well for you. If you're interested in learning more about intermittent fasting and you want a complete guide to effortless fat loss, just click on that little button there, and it's going to take you to a page where you're going to enter your email address, and I'm personally going to send you my complete guide to effortless fat loss, and it's going to walk you through every step of the path from the very beginning to calculating your calories and macros, right on to intermittent fasting, how to go about it, and right into the workouts. So you'll have everything you need to reach your fat loss goals or your weight gain goals, whatever they might be for you. Alright, so if you guys like this video, just click on that like button below, and if you have any comments or questions, just leave them in that comment section and I'll make sure I get back to you. Alright guys, I'll see you later.